Hello there and welcome to my channel Novice Modelling in the Midlife Crisis. My name is Andy and today we're going to be looking at my Tamiya Tiger 1 Panzerkampfwafen 6 Tiger 1 Ausführung E SD.KFZ.181 through production. And as you can see, this is vehicle number 332 and it's displayed in grey. The kit number is 35216. On the side here we can have it coloured in dark yellow and green two-tone scheme, which is Spring Russia 1943, and there's also a suggestion here for Russia 1944 in this sort of over painted white, and I'm not quite sure whether that's dark yellow, it kind of looks a bit orange, or we have Russia Summer 1943 as well. Now, to give you a little bit of history on this kit, 35216 was a new tool production in 1989. So the tooling is 35 years old or thereabouts. It's had multiple decals and box reissues in between then and this one, which was produced in 1997, which comes with some new parts, which I think is this thing here. And then after that one, we've got multiple decal upgrades and multiple parts and multiple new boxes, etc. Up until the last one, which I could find, which was 2015. And obviously you can buy a whole raft of upgrades and metal barrels and all sorts of gubbins to put on this if you do so wish. So as per usual, we're going to have a look at the blurb on the front. We're going to go through the instructions and then we're going to have a look at the parts and all the other bits and bobs that come with the kit. Excuse me. It was the end of 1942 when a German heavy tank with extra thick armour and a powerful main gun first appeared on the North African front. The new tank, long desired by German soldiers who had hard-fought battles against the Allies, became known as the Tiger 1 Ausf E. Development of the Tiger 1 began at the end of May 1941. The German Army Weapons Branch ordered the Henschel firm to vie with Porsche in producing a prototype. The first prototypes underwent trials on April 1942. The result of these and subsequent trials showed the superiority of the Henschel vehicle to the Porsche, and thus production orders were placed for it. The Henschel's prototype had thick armour 100mm at the front and 80mm on both sides. The main gun was then the most potent, the 8.8cm KWK-36 L/56. The power plant was Maybach's HL210P45, yielding 650 horsepower. Mass production started already in August 1942 with little alteration from the prototype. Starting from November 1942, air pre-cleaners were added to the rear hull plate. The mantle was partly strengthened and S-mine dischargers were fitted on 5 mounting points around the hull roof, beginning from December. Moreover, a loader's periscope was fitted from January 1943. The Tiger 1, produced from November 1942 to July 1943, featured these modifications, are referred to as the early production. About 200 units of these produced versions were produced. So let's have a look at the instructions. And as it's a Tamiya kit, as we all know, instructions are pretty good. So first off, we're going to be looking at section 1, which is construction of the drive sprockets. Section 2 here, we're going to be attaching the suspension arms onto the main hull. Section 3 is going to focus on our road wheels. Section 4, attaching our road wheels and drive sprockets to the actual hull. Section 5, attaching wheels or more sets of wheels on the outer edges. Section 6, the front armour plate and the engine door access. Section 7 is upper hull assembly. So we're going to be attaching, here we go. We're going to be attaching this part here with the ball turret machine gun. And we're going to be putting a whole load of smaller parts onto the rear. Section 6, we're going to be attaching the upper hull. So that was section 8. Section 9 is focusing on the exhaust. We've got a jack to put on and some other small parts onto the exhaust. Then we're looking at the tracks there, which, to be honest with you, I'll probably leave till the last thing to go on. Section 10, we're putting all the attachments onto the rear, so that's all these exhaust pipes and brackets, etc. Section 11, air pre-cleaner, whatever that is. That's going to be going on the back probably. Section 12, upper hull parts. This is this air intake pipe, which I think is the new part that's been added, which is this thing here. Section 13, attaching the air pre-cleaners onto the back. And here we go, these covers onto the exhausts. Section 14, attaching upper hull parts. So we've got a load of towing cables, some hatches to put on, and some driving lights. Section 15, we're going to start putting all our tools on, which are all very familiar: axes, shovels, picks, and what have you. Section 16, mantle part and pre-assembly of the actual turret itself. Section 17, we're looking at the commander's cupola and hatch assembly. Section 18 here, assembly of the actual 8.8 centimeter gun with a load of access hatches for the turret and the turret top on. Section 19, attaching the cupola, and looks like we're going to put a load of spare tracks on as well. And then section 10, attaching the turret and painting our commander figure. So that's our instructions complete. Let's have a nose at the parts. Let's just pop them there. So the first part we've got is a very simple assembly hull. It's all in one piece, so you don't need to do nothing. It's got some nice detail going along the top here. It's got a couple of access hatches on the bottom, and that's about it. Sturdy, does what it's supposed to do. And that's that part done. Here we have the top of the hull. There we go. So we got some panels into the engine bay. We have some sort of welding impressions or foundry marks on the armour itself. A couple of access points here for the driver and the machine gunner. Some half decent looking detail on the back, some mechanical. That's going to be the rear plate. Got a gun mantlet with some detail around the barrel. Looks like an access hatch for the rear engine here. See some nice attempts at detail. Not too sure what that is. That's the mantlet cover, the armour piece. There's the front armour section with the bowl turret machine gun and the driver's viewport hatch. We have our figure. What did we say? 1989 figure. Not great, but acceptable. He's got a reasonably good face on him. Let's have a look at the back of the figure. Bit bland, never mind. That's what you get, I suppose. So here we have our turret top. Not a lot going on it, but that's not surprising. There's the turret sides. Looks like it's got some foundry marks on it. There's the other one. Next up we have this sprue here, which has got some cabling, towing cables. Got the sort of side skirts here. Got a gun barrel. Some of the later versions of the Tamiya kit actually come with a metal gun barrel. Obviously they'll be more expensive. Another towing cable here. Got some hatches. Not too sure what they are. Got a familiar set of tools. MG34 machine gun. Looks like some sort of hatch. That's the sort of storage compartment that goes on the rear of the turret. Various parts of the gun itself. There's our jack. A few other tool parts, sort of storage case. That's about it for that one. We have 2 sets of road wheels. Let's have a look at those. Got some bolts and rivets and what have you on them. Really big spade here. Like covers for the rear exhaust. Got another hatch. These are for putting our wheels, attaching our wheels to. We've got another hatch here. Half decent detail on that. Drive sprockets, detail on those. Looks pretty good. And we've got 2 exactly the same ones there. And we're on our final sprue, so we've got a spare piece of track. Look like more parts of the exhaust. Some more mechanical parts here. More hatches. Commander's cupola. Too short they are. We've got another set of towing ropes here. Got an axe. Spare tracks. And that's it for the parts. Apart from this piece, which is some hosing which goes on the rear here. And we have the tracks themselves, which are the rubber ones or fake rubber ones. Some people like these, some people don't. Some people prefer the multi-link tracks that you can get. I kind of prefer these at the moment because I haven't tried to do the single build yourself tracks. And then we get our our decal sheets here, which gives us multiple options. That looks like a tally chart for the barrel, the score chart, and your standard sort of German crosses. So this is what this extra piece is for. This is a modification of air intake pipes, and you need to paint this pipe before you cut it because apparently it's likely to fray. So there we go. So price wise for this, I've had a quick look on eBay. I mean, obviously if you go into an auction situation you can probably pick these up cheaper, but a new version off eBay tends to go for around about 28 to 30ish pounds. Obviously some of the later variants with better parts and upgrades and stuff will cost you a bit more, but obviously you can actually add those to it if you wanted to as an extra from a reputable supplier, or if you've got a 3D printer you can just do them yourself, I suppose. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that. We've got another 200 odd what's in the box videos on the channel, of which I think about 100 of them now are on 135 scale. And just turn that around, we got a whole load more kits to actually do what's in the box reviews, and we're going to be building some as well, obviously, when I get the chance. So thanks very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe, and for those of you wondering, we're teetotal drinking water today. Thanks for watching. Be seeing you.